And now more of Social Women with your hosts, Amy Diaz, Pat Cruz, and Bronwyn Dannenfelser.
Welcome back to Social Women. I am your co-host, Amy Diaz. Our toll-free number is 855-252-2020. Let's welcome food strategist and author Joy Feldman, who is here with us to share the results of the Social Women hair analysis, the tissue mineral analysis. Pat and I have our results right in front of us. Joy was with us a few months ago, and for those that tuned into our show, if you didn't, you can always go back to our YouTube channel, We Speak Women, and watch the segment. Joy actually, after the show, when she was with us a few months ago, cut some of her hair. She took a sample of my hair and of Pat's hair, sent it off to a lab in Arizona, correct?
Arizona, that's correct.
And we have our tissue mineral analysis. And I just opened mine, and it looks like I'm flatlining.
Okay, look at the first one. I don't want to.
Well, so, hi, Joy.
Hi.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back, Joy.
Welcome back. For those that weren't with us when you were first with us, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and what this tissue mineral analysis is.
Okay, so I am a nutritional consultant, and I work with clients all around the world, helping them get better. I had been very ill about 20 years ago, and it was this program that helped me get well. I'm the author of Joyful Cooking in the Pursuit of Good Health. That was my first book, which discusses nutritional balancing. And of my newly released book is Your Hair Made of Donuts.
Which is a children's book.
It's a children's book, and it teaches children that they are what they eat.
Which is great, and I saw the photo that you had online of
Did you see that on in
the actual donut hat.
The donut hat?
A donut
Yes.
hat. It was.
It's about 18 inches high. It weighs almost 10 pounds. And Everett Hogue, our local milliner,
I
created
love
this.
You love
for
him,
me.
right?
Yes.
So, nutrition is you. This is it.
Yes.
This is what you do.
This is my mission, yes, my passion. So I just truly believe people don't have to feel poorly, that they don't have to feel sick, that there is a way to get improved energy and vitality.
So it's in our hair follicles that these vitamins and minerals are stored?
It's not in the follicles, no. It's just that in the hair, it's in the cells of the hair. So we get a look down at the cellular level to see what's going on in the biochemistry.
So let's talk about the analysis, because when I look at mine, it really, I'm a little scared. For those that are for those that are on Ustream, I'm going to put my chart up, and it literally looks like I'm flatlining, because the average or the norm, there's a gray line going across the page.
Yes.
That should be the normal
That
levels.
is the norm. And we don't just look at that. We also look at patterns that show, as well as the ratios on the bottom. And with those three different indicators, we get an assessment of what's going on in the biochemistry. And just want to point out, this is not a diagnosis. It's a stress response.
Good, because I was totally freaking out too.
No, and the beautiful thing about this is that it gives you the information you need to optimize your health. This isn't, anything you have to be frightened of. This is just letting us know where the body's at and how we can strengthen it and help you feel better.
And this was from about 3 months ago.
Right. And when you sample the hair, I just want to tell you, it isn't at that moment in time like a blood test. That's why I like this. This is actually a 3-month period prior to when I clipped your hair. So it was back in the fall.
It was in the fall. It was in
Yes.
November. So
Yes.
this would have been from late summer to November.
Exactly.
Now, I have a question. The analysis talks about levels in calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, iron, zinc, and all these other, and then toxic metals and additional minerals. I am one who takes a multivitamin every day. Does it not work, or
That'll help, but
because according to this, it's not working at all. even if I wasn't taking it for those 3 months.
Well, let me just back up
Yes,
and just
absolutely.
explain to you. So when we look at the chart, we always look at the first 4. I call them the first 4. So you look at calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. They give me the most information on a cellular level of what's going on. So from this information, the lab basically takes magnesium and divides it into calcium, and it brings you down to the bottom.
Yep.
So calcium and magnesium at a cellular level are indicators of how well the body can handle its sugars. So we have a norm, just like a blood test would do. They do thousands of tests to come up with the norm. Our norm is 6.67, and you're at 13.3. So that lets me know, we would say, this is, again, not a diagnosis, that you're running a hypoglycemic trend. So you are probably somebody who needs to eat small meals all day.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Good.
I do, and they don't consist of Cold Stone ice cream.
Okay. And what do they usually consist of?
I'm kidding. I love ice cream.
What do you usually have for a snack?
I usually have a protein shake.
Good.
Yes.
Okay,
protein shakes are I always have them in the office and in my car, or a granola bar. That's usually what I snack on.
And I would like you to have food if possible. I know you're on the go and you're busy, but it would really be in an ideal world maybe to have some nut butters on a celery or...
So I go for barbecue.
Yeah. Barbecue's fine if it's like a piece of chicken if you want.
What if it's the whole chicken?
No.
No?
Okay.
Pat.
Okay.
Pat's hiding hers.
Pat is definitely hiding hers. I thought I was flatlining. Yeah, but you're closer to all of yours. How... Wow.
Joy, is there one that when you're doing these tests, some people you consistently see come up as either very elevated or just...
You know, it varies, but I can tell you, just to skip ahead, certain minerals in this part of the country, manganese, iron, and aluminum, I see a tremendously high level in a lot of people, so much so that we actually put together a little research on that. This area of the country seems to, we sit on a ledge of heavy metals.
Is it because we love seafood?
No, it has to do with what's in the soils here and in the water supply.
Okay.
So, and is that in more of the foods that we eat here because of that?
No, that has more to do with just bathing and drinking the water.
Okay.
Yes.
Joy Feldman, who is here sharing the results of the Social Women hair tissue mineral analysis, which Pat and I got our hair cut or sampled, sent over to Arizona, and we got some information about our nutrition, our bodies for the previous 3 months prior to the day that you took the samples. Welcome, Joy.
Thank you.
And we actually have a caller on the line who has a question for you, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for taking my call. I'm really interested in getting information on how to get my hair analyzed.
Okay. Well, you can go to my website, joyfeldman.com, and there's a contact page, and you can just send me an email. There's also a phone number listed there. So that's www.joyfeldman.com.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait.
And you can also
I love the show with Pat and Amy and Bronwyn.
Thank you so much for listening,
Michelle.
Michelle.
And if you want, if you're on Facebook, you can go ahead and I have a business page called JHF Nutritional Consulting, and we always have all kinds of health-related, diet-related, hair-related, book-related information on there.
Good. Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you for calling.
So, Joy, tell us. Thank you, Michelle. Tell us a little bit, nutritional balancing. So we sent our hair sample in, and it comes back with a report of what we are eating too much of, not enough, or what vitamins and minerals we have a little too much or a little less of.
It's basically giving a snapshot of what's going on a cellular level in the body. And the way to correct is based on the hair test. So based on your oxidation, which is how the body's metabolizing its food, we recommend supplements and diet and lifestyle changes. So for the slow oxidizer, somebody who metabolizes their food slowly, the diet would consist of proteins, vegetables, and fats. And just to let you know, for our slow oxidizers, they get a little more of a carbohydrate diet, about 100 to 150 grams a day, where my fast oxidizers are usually children, and usually I'll see it in men, believe it or not. They you know how men can lose weight much easier than us ladies.
Not fair at all.
Right.
Larry, no comment from you. You just had...
Oh, there was no comment. All I said was...
That's after you had the cupcakes.
Okay. The fast oxidizers are usually given a diet that are high in fats and proteins because they take longer to break down. They get a lot of vegetables, but their carb count we keep on the lower side. Similar to an Atkins-style diet, but not with the poor fats. We only use healthy fats.
Speaking of fats and different types of carbohydrates that should be limited, we get a list of foods, additional foods that may be helpful. I noticed that fruits is one of them.
Yes, because fruit's got a lot of sugar, and I really rather people eat a lot of vegetables that are cooked. Vegetables, you get more bang for your buck. They're higher in minerals and in nutrients, and you need a lot of minerals in your diet because they are the spark plug for all the enzymatic reactions that take place.
Weren't you just saying there's a lot of minerals? And
minerals are really important for the body.
Okay, but didn't you just say that there's a lot of minerals where we are? Was that what we were talking about before the break?
Yes, but when you get into a toxic level, then it changes the form of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Chewing gum is also on the list.
Of
how so?
Of being restricted.
Of simple carbohydrates that should be limited.
Because the sugars.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you just say cooked vegetables?
Cooked vegetables.
No, is that
raw.
over raw?
Yes, I am not a fan of raw vegetables because it's much harder on the biochemistry to break it down. Actually, when you cook the vegetables, you open the fibers, and the body can better absorb the nutrients. And the research coming out now is when you cook it, it helps the antioxidant count increase.
Oh, so wow. I was under the impression that whenever you cook them, all the nutrients are flying.
You lose a little bit, but you gain in the fact that you open up the fibers of the vegetables so you can better absorb them. Because a lot of people today have trouble absorbing their food. If you talk to most people, they have a lot of stomach issues. You hear about a lot of IBS and wheat sensitivities and all kinds of digestive issues. So we just want to ease that work for the body.
So it's not necessarily that they're healthier, it just helps your body absorb.
And you get more.
Because we'll be getting notes saying that healthy food is straight food is better than cooked. But so it's that your body absorbs.
Can better absorb the nutrients. It opens up the fibers, yes.
Okay.
And is it these four? So it's calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium.
Those are the first four, and I use those to gather the most information. You can learn about blood sugar ratios, thyroid function, adrenal function, and immune function from those.
Because I know it's sodium and potassium, right?
Yes.
That's our cellular. That's really what kind of switches over so our neurons work.
It's very important. That's what we call the vitality indicator.
Okay.
Now, from our test, I have the adrenal burnout syndrome.
What's your NA to K on your chart? If you look at the bottom.
NA to K. It's so the ideal ratio is 2.5, and my current ratio is 1.25.
Okay, so what they say is when you're below the ideal, for the NA to K, you're in what we call an inversion. You're upside down. We kind of joke around. But what that really means is that the adrenal glands are tired and the immune system is in a catabolic state. It's actually in a breakdown state.
And the very first sentence of my introduction states, the most common complaints seen in doctors' offices today include fatigue, depression, anxiety, allergies, and hypoglycemia.
Right.
So I guess I'm all of the above.
So what are some things that you would do immediately to target now? So when Amy goes home, things that she can start doing immediately that will change her from being inverted.
Well,
yes, I don't want to be inverted. I only do yoga for health benefits, not.
I know. Well, one thing is we talk about lifestyle changes, so getting more rest. Sleep is really imperative, 10 to 12 hours a night. I know people kind of giggle when I tell them that. Taking naps, making sure that you really take the time to take care of yourself.
Pat, I'll be taking a few naps in the office.
Okay. She's already telling me that I need them.
So are you a big fan of supplements? So
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Amy would have a specialized program based on her biochemistry, and we would have a supplement that would also help build you out of the inversion. Okay. So that would be basically immune boosting supplementation to help.
So my multivitamin a day, it's not really doing much, or it's
I'm sure it is doing something. Absolutely, you just might need a little more support with everything that you're dealing with.
Joy, what's your approach when you're creating these personalized programs? Are you going herbal? I mean,
we're not a big fan of herbs because there's a lot of heavy metals in herbs, so you have to be very careful. So we use, basic minerals and vitamins as needed, and not in large doses. We aren't a fan of big mega doses. We use small supplementation because we don't want to jolt the biochemistry. We want to build and gently build the body.
So for those, for people who are interested in knowing what they need in their body, obviously some people would be able to do this analysis, some would not. What can people do to help themselves regularly? So in this area, what can they take?
Question. I would say the first thing is to eliminate sugars and processed foods from your diet, because that is really one of the major causes for unbalancing the biochemistry. And really amp up your cooked vegetables, especially root vegetables. They have a lot of minerals in them. So I would really say cook up all the veggies you can. Make sure you get some really good proteins and healthy fats in your diet.
Fantastic. Well, I am sure that our listeners want to get in touch with you so that I can know how they can take this test, this analysis. How can they do so?
So the best way to reach me is joyfeldman.com, or contact me on my email at joy@joyfeldman.com.
And you are also giving away your book.
Yes. If people who like the Facebook page from starting now for the next 24 hours, there will be a giveaway for my new children's book, and I will autograph it as Your Hair Made of Donuts.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much, Joy Feldman.